Hi guys, and welcome back to the kingdom. I hope you have all had positive and productive week this week. So this week we are talking about something that is so important to me and it takes a lot of practice to do, but that is celebrating your own success and learning how to be proud and take credit for the things that you do. And it's not only something that I think is so important that people actually do, it can be really difficult to learn how to do it. So let's do this. Okay, so celebrating your success can kind of feel alien and unnatural to people, and that is because society has told us, don't brag, be humble. You could make someone jealous or feel bad about their accomplishments, and you'll even have people tell you that what you've achieved is only possible because X had Y. For example, the one that I find a lot is that a lot of medical students with medical parents are told, yeah, but you only got your medical degree because your parent's a doctor. That one just really annoys me because the exams weren't any easier because they had a parent that was also a doctor. They also did the work, they also did the study, they sat their exams themselves, they passed their degree themselves. The same could be said with a book. So many people have said to me, oh yeah, but you did it yourself, and oh yeah, your mum's creative, and oh yeah, you've always loved books, and oh yeah, but you're smart. And I always listen to these things and think, but they haven't taken away from anything that I've done. Yes, I did it myself. How else am I supposed to write a book? You kind of have to do that yourself. Yeah, my mum's really creative and she's really talented, but she didn't touch the book. I wrote the book. That's all on me. Yes, but I've always loved books. Of course I've always loved books. Why else would I have written a book? And the one that always gets me, yeah, but you're smart. I mean, I don't even understand what that one is supposed to say, what that one is supposed to mean. It just always gets me. The fact is, when you've written a book, you have worked really hard to achieve something that is amazing. You've put in so much time, so much effort, so much commitment, and when you achieve it, it is something that not only should other people celebrate, but you should celebrate it as well. I've spoken to so many people inside the writing industry, people who are outside in photography and law and business and all of these different places that almost feel ashamed of their success, ashamed of all of the things that they've achieved, which is nuts. That are almost ashamed to talk about what they've accomplished because they're embarrassed. A friend of mine runs a really successful online photography shop. She sells a lot of her prints to a lot of different big companies, and she's almost ashamed to say, oh yeah, I'm a self-employed photographer. There's nothing embarrassing about that. That's fantastic. She has achieved something. She is successful. That's fantastic. Not only should I be happy for her, but she should be happy for herself. But a lot of the time, even when we're successful, we're almost embarrassed by that success, which I think is really unhealthy. Above all, you should be really proud of all of the work that you've put into your book to get it to this point. Now, it's also really important that you don't down-talk your work, that you don't put down your own work, and the vocabulary that you use to describe your book really does matter. Now, this is something that I've really struggled with over the years because I was embarrassed by what I'd written. It's something that I have learned to overcome and something I've learned to adapt to. I would describe it as, oh, just some teenage angst, or oh, it's just a hobby. And at the end of the day, if you put down your own work, it automatically gives other people permission to do the exact same thing. If you dismiss your own work, why would they pay any attention to it? I have been really conscious of late in switching up my vocabulary and my mindset. I no longer talk about my book like, oh, it's just some fun, or oh, it's just a hobby. When people ask me what my book is about, I say it's a fun espionage teenage novel. When people ask me about my business, I tell them it's a startup publishing company. When people ask me what degree I got, I tell them it was a chemistry degree. It's been very conscious for me to switch up my mindset and not to downplay the achievements that I've achieved in my life, because it's almost natural to kind of hide or be embarrassed or protect the things that you've managed to do successfully. It's been a real conscious effort for me because I used to be really afraid that other people might feel jealous or they might lash out because I was doing something different. The truth is, obviously, of course, that jealousy is the most sincerest form of flattery, but I still was worried that that jealousy might lead to negative actions and then negative consequences, and I would feel like it was my fault because I wrote the book, which is obviously insane, but my overactive imagination, my overactive mind made the links between the two. But recently I came to realise that actually, even if somebody does get jealous, even if somebody doesn't like the book, even if somebody thinks that it's a big pile of rubbish, actually at the end of the day, I don't really care what other people think about me. I care what God thinks about me and what I think about me. And as long as the Lord and I are fine, then I should be happy with what I'm doing in my life. It is also important to act like you're strong so that people think that you're strong. Now, this isn't like a fake it till you make it type of thing. It's actually a protective mechanism. Let's take an example, real world story from my life. When I went to university, one girl thought that it was really funny for her to post troll comments and troll reviews on my books, on my websites, on my blog posts, and online. Now, I knew who it was and I dealt with it, and how I dealt with it and all of those different things. That's not the story here. The story here is that she felt jealous over, I don't know, numerous things that were going on in my life. I couldn't tell you what because we never fully discussed it, but maybe it was friends, or maybe it was my books, or maybe it was my marks in class were better than hers. I'm not sure what it is, but there was something going on. But previously I had spoken to her about my books in I say almost a derogatory fashion. I hadn't, actually said anything bad about my books, why would I? But I hadn't talked about them in such a strong vocabulary because I didn't take my books seriously, or I gave her the impression that I didn't take them seriously. It gave her permission not to take them seriously either. And as such, she thought that was a weakness or an opening that she could go for. She didn't see it as one of my strengths, she saw it as one of my weaknesses. Now, there are always going to be trolls out there that aren't in your corner, that are whispering, trying to bring you down, but can they be super real for a moment? Better you know that they're not in your corner and they're not on your side, so that you can cut that kind of negativity out of your life sooner rather than later. It is so important when you're doing anything in life, no matter what it is you're going for, even if it's, nothing out of the usual, it is so important to surround yourself with people who actually are rooting for you because they make you stronger instead of exploiting your weaknesses. So with my books, with my publishing company, with all of the things that I'm trying to achieve in my life, things weren't easier for me because I had X number of factors in my favour. Starting up a business wasn't easier for me because my parents owned a business in the past. Doing a chemistry degree wasn't easier for me because my father did a medical degree at the same university 20 years ago. These are my accomplishments and I am so proud of them. I have overcome lots of different battles. I have overcome an invisible disability and my house collapsing when I was 17. I have completed an extremely difficult degree at a top university, and I have battled through depression. I have found God. All of these different places, all of these different battles that I had to go through were so important, and they're all a big part of what has led me to achieve what I have achieved in the long run. But all of them, every single one of those battles, I had to do myself. So bringing this back to you guys, what does that mean? Well, when you finish your first draft, take that night off to celebrate with your friends. Celebrate when you're sending your book out to an editor. Be proud of the fact that you're still looking for an agent. Be proud of everything that you've accomplished, all of the work that you've put in to get where you are now. Most importantly, be proud of everything that you have accomplished. Be proud of your success. Take credit for it because it is your success. It is yours, and you should absolutely toot your own horn and celebrate and be happy of all of the things that you've achieved. You'll be so much happier in the long run if you take stock of all of the things that you have managed to accomplish, and you can celebrate them freely and happily with people that love you in your life. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video this week. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you've got any questions or anything that you want to hear more about, please just throw those in the comment section or hit me up on my social media platform and I will be so sure to talk about them. I think it is such an important topic that we have discussed this week. Celebrating when you have done something successful is so important, and I don't think people in creative industries do it quite enough, and I know that in society I don't think we do it enough either. Anywho, I hope you all have positive and productive weeks this week, and I will see you all next time. Bye!